How do you take a retro handheld that's near perfect and make it even better? Let's find out. Hey there, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at a Retroid 3 Plus upgrade, specifically the Hall Stick replacement options available for this handheld. As you know, no matter how good a controller is, it's never going to last forever. And if you own a Nintendo Switch, you know one of these reasons is due to that dreaded stick drift. If you don't know what stick drift is, it is essentially when your joystick seems to operate on its own, and is usually caused by dust or dirt and wear and tear over a period of time. And while the Retroid Pocket 3 comes with some decent analog sticks, these are not Hall sensing sticks, which means they are susceptible to stick drift in the future. So let's take a closer look at two solutions to this problem. They come in at around $25, and they can prevent this issue from ever occurring in the future. So today I'm going to be swapping out the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus sticks for these Hall sensing sticks. But before I do that, if you have no idea what Hall sticks are, they're essentially just a different type of analog stick technology. This actually has existed for quite some time. It existed in two older consoles. You can find it in the Dreamcast controllers, as well as an even older Sega Saturn controller called the Saturn 3D Pad. But this is something that's actually not even commonly used today. If we take a look at the PS5 controls and the Xbox Series X controls, for instance, they just have regular sticks in there. They do not have Hall sensing analog sticks. And the reason for that is probably because Hall sensing analog sticks are just slightly more expensive to make. But because of how prevalent the stick drift issue has been with the Nintendo Switch, there seems to be a resurgence of interest in this technology as people focus more and more on extending the life of their hardware. Hall sticks have even been surfacing in retro consoles, one of the first being the Anbernic RG353M released last year. Unfortunately, the Retroid Pocket 3 and 3 Plus did not include Hall sticks pre-installed, but we can solve this, and one of the solutions is even provided by Retroid themselves. So starting off, we have the first solution provided by Retroid themselves. Now, these sticks are offered directly from Retroid's website in the DIY section and comes in just under $10. However, you do have to include an additional shipping cost in there, so that brings it closer to $20 or $25 depending on where you live in the world. So it's not exactly the cheapest option when you consider the shipping cost. So if you're purchasing an additional handheld or some accessories from Retroid's website, throw this in your cart as well, because it'll bring down your average cost of that shipping quite a bit and make it more reasonable. So the Retroid kit comes with all the parts you need to get the job done. This includes some screwdrivers, some prying tools, and even some plastic tweezers as well. Secondly, we have a solution from a company called Gillikit or Gullikit, I don't know which one it is. If you've done any research on stick drift before, this name has probably come up a few times. They offer solutions for the Steam Deck and the Switch, and they even make their own controllers. I think it's called a King Kong 2 or the King Kong 2 Pros for the Switch. So Gillikit doesn't actually make specific sticks for the Retroid Pocket 3 and 3 Plus, but it turns out that the ones they make for the Switch are actually compatible with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. So you can find these on Amazon for around $30, sometimes even about $25 if there's a sale, so keep an eye out for that. And if you happen to find these on sale on Amazon, then that puts it right around the same price as the ones sold by Retroid themselves. So if you consider the ease and convenience of using Amazon for shipping, it might be worth getting these rather than the ones provided by Retroid. So the Gillikit kit comes with quite a few things you'll need for this upgrade, including screwdrivers and prying tools, as well as some tweezers. It does not include a T5 Torx head screwdriver, which you will need to complete this upgrade. Speaking of which, this is a good point to talk about exactly what tools we need. You will need some Phillips head screwdrivers for when you get inside of the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. You'll also need, of course, the analog sticks, some picks and prying tools, as well as a T5 Torx head screwdriver. And of course, lots of patience. Please be careful if you're opening up your Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. Take your time. This is a very simple upgrade, and there's no need to rush it at all. Using a T5 screwdriver, remove the 4 screws on each corner. Then use a pick or prying tool to remove the back panel. Once the back panel is off, we can now go ahead and remove that heat shield. You will need to remove one small sticker on the bottom right to get access to one of these screws. We now have access to our analog sticks. These are the squares on the left and the right. Remove the small ribbon cables by flipping up the little black tabs, then pulling the ribbon out gently with some tweezers. Now we can use a small Phillips head screwdriver to remove these sticks. So I will be installing the Retroid stick on the right and the Gillikit stick on the left, just to try them both out and see which pair I prefer. You will need to remove the joystick caps on the Gillikit stick in order to get it to fit through the molding. It is designed to come off, so don't worry, you won't break it. When installing each stick, I found it easier to put the ribbon cables in first and then after screw the sticks in place. Now that the sticks are in place, you just need to reinstall that heat shield and the back plate and you are done. The final step to enjoying your newly installed joysticks is to calibrate them. To calibrate the joysticks, go to the device settings and scroll down to the handheld settings. Then tap Input on the left, then Input Controls. There are two places you need to calibrate your sticks. First, select Game Tester, then select one of the sticks. Then select Calibrate. At this point, you simply need to move the sticks around a few times, then click Save. Repeat these steps for the second stick. Finally, to complete the calibration steps, go back to the previous menu and then tap Joystick Calibration. And tap the Calibrate rectangle below the sticks and follow the directions. This process does require a bit of patience as the sticks do not always register the directions pressed in the first attempt. If the joysticks do not recognize the release, simply repeat the steps a few times and it should eventually register. Follow the directions for both sticks. And that's it. Your sticks should now be fully calibrated. Some thoughts on these overall. It's been a few weeks since I installed both of these sticks, and I actually ended up going with the Gillikit sticks. The reason for that is I actually preferred the slightly larger surface area the Gillikit sticks had over the Retroid Pocket sticks. Now, if you prefer or if you like the way the default Retroid Pocket sticks are, the ones that are not Hall sticks, then you'll probably like the way the Hall sticks that Retroid provides feel, because they feel identical. I just preferred the way the Gillikit sticks felt because it was just slightly larger, but honestly, it's just a personal preference. I could have easily gone with the Hall sticks provided by Retroid. So gameplay wise, you probably will not notice much of a difference with the Hall sticks, either one of them. I never had any issues with the regular analog sticks provided by Retroid, but these do feel great. There is honestly little to no difference in gameplay. You get your full range of motion. I played Genshin Impact as a test, and I played quite a few other retro 3D games, and there was no issues at all. So either one of these you go with, I think you'll have no problems with, and you get the benefit of never having to worry about stick drift in the future. Anyway, thanks for watching. I left all links in the description below. Also, please like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.